Out fishing with my family from over east.
There we go.
You've got little Owie John here as my nephews have featured in a couple of my videos before. It was probably one of the more windier mornings we've had in Perth, but we persisted. We got onto a couple of little tiny flatties early. After it went a little bit quiet and we walked to this drop off, and I chucked on a soft plastic instead. So I put on a atomic flick bait. It was a atomic Placos 3 3/4, I think it is, and I put it on a 2/0 1/8 jig head. So I was just casting out, let it drop to the bottom, and then giving it some pretty sharp flicks with the wrist. Didn't take long.
Little tacker by the feel of it. Oh, he's a bit bigger.
With the drop off here, I think plastics, micro jigs, and you know, your ZX vibes are probably the way to go. You could also use your little deep divers as well.
He's just a little tacker, mate. I probably don't.
Between the four of us, we got onto quite a few. A lot of them were sort of in that sort of 35 range. Little Owie ran off with my net. He was giving me the big uns that he was going to catch a big blue manna crab, and look what he came back with. He's a little gun. You should check out his own YouTube channel. He got a 40 centimetre bass the other day, and some big salmon, way bigger fish than I was ever catching at the age 6.
I nearly caught a dinner though.
Nearly, mate.
And I just found a lure under that.
Oh.
I was missing that micro jig. It's been stuck at the bottom of that landing net for probably about a month and a half, I reckon. So fairly aggressive on the flicks.
Oh yeah.
I like to go with the bigger lures as well, sort of like 3 to 4 inches. That way, if you've got the blowies, they can sort of stand up to it a little bit more. I think the 2.5 sort of like slim swims and that and whatnot are really effective, but you end up losing so many to the blowfish. Where especially with a flick bait, if they take a little chunk of it, you can still use it and flick it around.
Alright.
I'll buffs onto a good one here. I think this was on a ZX Vibe in black. Just a 30mm. I think this was the biggest of the day. This one was closer to that sort of, you know, high 40s, 50 range.
That's going to be
I think all up between us all. Oh, lost a nice tailor there.
Oh no!
The wind made it pretty rough in the beginning. I think we only got about 1 or 2 in the first hour. Then in the last 20 minutes, we all got about 3 each, which turned out to be a great session. Oh, he was also giving this stingray a big run. He was a big fella, this stingray. It was on 6-pound line, so we were doomed, but it was good fun for the time that it lasted. Gave him a good workout. Anyway, we took a couple of the Flathead home, and Owie insisted that we do a catch and cook.
Back a bit, mate.
Tip it upside down.
We've got the 3 Flathead here. I'm just doing a basic brine, a dry brine of salt and brown
We'll
sugar.
put them on the other side now. Nice work, mate. Alright, now I reckon we hit it with the brown sugar.
So put the brown sugar and rub it all over the skin and inside the cavities there, and let it sit for probably about 20 minutes while the coals are heating up. So Owie's going to cook it indirect, so he's going to put the coals to the right and the fish to the left. So we're putting the flathead on whole. One of the bigger ones we had to chop the head off to fit in, but you sort of put the thicker end or the head towards the coal, so it doesn't matter if it burns a little bit more. These Weber Go Anywheres are pretty small, so you only need a couple of handfuls of the heat beads. You could use lump charcoal, whatever you like.
Perfect, mate. Just chuck it there.
Smoky flathead.
Up top, open on the left, bring the smoke across the fish. Perfect, mate.
Ready for the pasta. We'll pull some of the flesh away from the bones. I'll put it with the garlic and onion.
So in the pan we've got a slow saute of onion, garlic, a little bit of diced tomato with the pulp taken out. Then we will add in a big chunk of butter, add in that smoky, lovely flathead. After the smoky flathead's infused a little bit, add in some pasta, flick it around, add some more olive oil, butter if you need, and don't hold back on the salt and pepper.
Smoked flatty pasta.
Delicious.
Oh, his pasta
Yum.
went down a treat. He added a bit of parmesan cheese and scoffed it down like he hadn't had a meal in days. For more Flathead, Taylor, Perth Metro videos, please subscribe.